here is Jeff, the host of the Gridiron.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Well, you don't get, he hasn't had a lot of chances. He hasn't been on the field much, this, that, and the other thing, and all that. And, this is, where we at here? Oh, there we go. He's been on the field for 50 snaps so far this year. Now, the nice thing is that what I do like is that he's been on the field for 50 snaps. 29 of them been passed, 21 been run. Now, the thing according to PFF, what I like is because it's, you don't want Jalin Hyatt running on the field and the other team's like, oh, here comes Jalin Hyatt. He's been on the field 50 snaps, 49 of them in pass plays. Guess what the Giants, so, 29 pass plays he's been on the field, 21 runs. So, it's close to being 50, kind of close to being 50-50. What is it, but 60-40 or, but it's not really totally lopsided. But he's only been on the field for 50 offensive snaps. So 12 and a half snaps per game, which is not much at all, especially because you consider last year he's on the field for 557? Wow, 557 snaps. So at 50, so he's on pace for about 200 snaps this season at this pace. But the one nice thing is, it's not nice, but as they say, you're only if you're standing on the sideline and you're pissed off and you want to go in the game and all that. I get it. I'd be pissed off if I was him too. But you're only one snap away from being a starter, and ta-da, right? So if you want to prove yourself, right, and I don't know if he'll be able to overtake Slayton or not, but whatever. But if you want to prove your worth, right, and there you go. This is going to be a golden opportunity for you. Saying if Slayton gets hurt, then if Malik comes back and Slayton gets hurt, well, Jalin gets another chance. So if you're on the side, you're only one snap away from becoming a starter. So is Jalen's chance to shine. So let's see. If you're mad and pissed off and all that stuff, and it's like, I'll show you. Yeah, you want me on the side? Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah. Well, here's your chance. Here's your chance. Let's see here. So Jalin Hyatt's opportunity might finally be here. Of course, but it is what it is. I mean, it's your opportunity comes because somebody else gets injured, right? The opportunity many have been clamoring for Jalin Hyatt to receive might be at hand, with star wide receiver Malik Nabers increasingly unlikely to be clear from the NFL concussion protocol in time to play for Sunday against the Seahawks. The Giants will have to turn to the speedy 2023 third-round pick. Now, the Giants have spent, a lot, of capital, shall we say, like, draft capital on 2 tight ends in the past 3 years, right? A second rounder on Wan'Dale Robinson, a third round. They traded up to get Jalin Hyatt, the first rounder. So basically, the first, the second, and the third, and then the 2 tight ends. So they've spent a lot of draft capital, right? They're still lacking, obviously. If we can get some type of a threat, an offensive receiving threat of a tight end, that would be good. We had Waller, but it is what it is, right? But we can really use a receiving threat of a tight end. Let's see. Hyatt was saying, you just have to be ready whenever it is your opportunity. This is a long, long season. Injuries happen, and it's all about taking advantage of the opportunities. We're going to go out and play Seattle, and we're going to be ready. And for us, we just got to stay focused, got to stay on rhythm, on offense, and we do that, and we have a good chance. Hyatt caught just 23 passes as a rookie after the Giants traded up in the round 3 to select him. He was looking forward to having a bigger impact this season and work with the team first team throughout much of the summer. When the games began, though, Darius Slayton joined Nabers and Wandell in the Giants' 3 receiver sets. Hyatt has been relegated to spot duty and still does not have a reception this season. I mean, it's like holy cow. I mean, we traded up. We got a third round. He's 4 games in. The guy doesn't have a reception yet. Unbelievable. Absolutely just unbelievable, man. I didn't have a lot of chances this season, but like I said, it's a long season. Things happen, injuries happen, and I got to be ready. I got to be ready whenever my number's called, and if it is called this week, I'll be ready. Nabers been targeted more than any other wide receiver in the NFL. The Giants will need the contributions from a number of players to overcome Nabers' absence if he is unable to play. Yep. Mike Kafka said, I'm very confident in Jalin. He's been a pro since he's been here. He's been studying his tail off. You're right. He hasn't had a ton this year, but he's practiced every single day like he's a starter. He prepares like he's the starter. So again, talking about that next man up approach, he's one of those guys. If he has to go in, he'll be ready and prepared, and we'll be expecting him to do his job and make plays for us. So, I mean, he's got, once again, it's only one play away from going in. And, unfortunately with Malik, hopefully, I mean, it's been 10 days for the concussion. It doesn't seem like anyway he could be in this week. But, I mean, if we can get him next week, that'll be fine. But, there's a huge opportunity for Jalin. I mean, I said that, Witherspoon has been banged up. J Love with special sauce. He missed a bunch of time. He'll be playing. Looks like he'll be playing this week against the Giants, but he won't be 100%. They got a lot of guys on their defense that might be playing, but they're banged up. They're nicked up. And if the Giants are gonna have a chance, I mean, I'd be shocked if the Giants hold them. I would be shocked if we hold them in the teens. Yeah. So that means we're going to need to score some points. It means we're going to need to score some touchdowns. And if Malik is not there, you got to start because the other guys got to pick it up. Right? We have not been getting much production from our tight ends. Have not had it in the passing reception department. Not had a lot of reception from ours like Jalin Hyatt, Slayton. So those guys are going to need to pick it up because, as I said, the Seattle offense is really, really doing good, really doing good. And of course, when we're on offense, the crowd is just so loud. All that noise and everything gets funneled back into the field, and it makes it so difficult to hear anything at all. So the Giants are going to have to be on their P's and Q's, not to jump offside 13 times in the game, right? And shoot themselves in the foot, but it's going to be a tough place to play, tough atmosphere. It's going to be a tough game, and the Giants are going to need to score some points. And everybody on the offense is going to have to pick it up. Right? And that includes the offensive line, too. I mean, we're going to need to run the ball, Right? I mean, it's going to be one of those games that, you don't want to just run on the field, 1, 2, 3, punt, just keep giving the ball back to them. It's going to be like the Super Bowl 25. Right? You don't want to give the ball to Seattle, right? Super Bowl 25, where we just shoot up the clock against the Bills because we want to keep them on the sideline. We keep the ball, right? It's a little dink and dunk down the field if we have, right? Run when you can, but, our run offense has got to be much better than it is. But, it's going to be imperative for the Giants offense to move the ball and score some points. And I don't mean kicking 5 field goals. I mean, they need to score touchdowns this week if they have any thoughts of winning a football game.